Hey, you guys, if you're just joining me, you can go ahead and start tuning in to your own being, drawing your awareness back inside of yourself, closing your eyes, getting settled, getting comfortable within your own being, and drawing your awareness back inside. Just finding your own breath, closing your eyes, collecting your energy. We'll be getting started here in just another minute or so. Just making sure you're in a comfortable environment to practice tonight. Make sure you have any props handy that you might need. Any music that you might want to accompany your practice. Just getting those things ready to go. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. Sorry, we're starting a couple minutes late today. Just I had some technical difficulties getting this thing going today for some reason. So next Monday, actually, and if you're one of my all access people, then you'll be with me for the restorative class that I'm doing next week. And it's also a very important day. That's the winter solstice. And it's also the Great Convergence, which is the meeting of Jupiter and Saturn, which gives the illusion of one massive star, which is what they say was the star that was leading the wise men to Jesus back in the day. So it's a pretty important energetic time, and they say it's actually like a great big portal for new energy and new energetic space. So it's really about entirely different change, like complete flip in energy that we have been experiencing up until now. And it's almost like there was a before and an after. And so just thinking about what are those things that you feel your own heart space pulling you towards change-wise? These things never just happen in an instant, you know. When we have these astrological events, there's an energetic shift that begins to happen even before that energetic shift occurs, or that astrological event really fully manifests itself. We start to kind of feel the pull of the energy prior. So things will start to shift within us. We'll start to have different desires of our heart, different parts of our soul will start to speak to us than maybe have before. And so it's really important that we be really present right now and really pay attention to that voice. And instead of just pushing it aside or pushing that to the back burner and thinking, oh, I'll do that stuff later, oh, I'll pay attention to that another time, or whatever it is that we do, that we really stop and be present right now. It's so easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of energy that happens around us, and it's so easy to be distracted from coming back into our own being. And more than ever, this is the time where we really need to strive to be in the moment. I mean, and that's really the goal anyways. Everything is happening in the moment. The past is no longer here. The future isn't here yet. The present is the only thing that really exists. I'm only ever in each moment. So really striving to be present during that time, making sure that we are giving ourselves space to stop and to be quiet and to listen, time for meditation, time to come back to yourself, whatever that looks like for you. Making sure that you're making time to do those things so that you can really hear what the soul space is trying to show you right now, and in the direction of energy that it's trying to start to already draw you into before this new energetic portal opens up. So just start to listen, just start to be present, just start to think about what are those things that I could potentially be moving towards, what direction could I be moving towards? And, taking a lot of the seriousness out of it and just have fun kind of playing with things like, okay, I'm going to try this. I'll try it. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, okay, I'll find something else. Just stop taking everything so seriously. Stop looking at everything as like it's just a life or death situation, or it's the biggest deal in the world. Like, even the stuff that feels like a really big deal most of the time ends up being not such a big deal later, right? So being able to focus, being able to master our mind and to direct our energy, to establish our vibration, to be conscious about how we're spending our time. I know it's the holidays, and that makes it even more difficult sometimes to be present, to really be creating those availabilities for self-care and doing the things that we need to do. But like I said, again, this is the time when it's the very most important. So beyond this portal opening up, beyond the new energetic shift that we're going to be experiencing, these are the times more than ever where that self-care is just so important. And it really does look like the smallest things sometimes. So a lot of people will tell me, I don't have time, there's nothing I can do about this, things like that. There's always something we can do. We're just choosing not to. We're choosing not to prioritize ourselves. We're choosing not to make ourselves this thing that we are willing to reserve and to take care of and all of that stuff. So you have to make conscious choices that support your highest and greatest good. That stuff doesn't just fall in our lap. This is something we have to choose to do. We have to choose to engage in. And if you have been living a lifestyle that has not been observing that for you, or hasn't been honoring those parts of your being and giving you that care that you need in your life experience, this is the time to establish a new habit. This is the time to start to look at how you've been doing things that haven't been working and deciding how you can create positive change within that space. What can I start doing different? How can I start making things look more healthy and viable for me, that are going to give me the ability to have an overflow of energy that I can give from, where I'm sustaining my own being, where I'm taking care of my needs first. So anything that, you have seen or been made aware of recently that hasn't really been working for you, that you don't want to draw that energy into this new energetic portal that we're going to be going into here next week, then this is the time to start thinking about it. This part of my existence, this part of my lifestyle, these choices that I've been making up until this point are not what I want to continue to experience more of. How can I change that? What are the things that I can start to establish now, the habits that I can create for myself that creates the positive change that I'm seeking? So really start to pay attention to, you know, what is that stuff that's not serving? How can I create the positive shift that I want to be experiencing? What are the small actions I can take that are going to draw me closer to that space? How can I create some levity and just have fun with my life experience and not take things so seriously and be like, hey, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try it. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, it's all good. It doesn't mean I failed. It doesn't mean it was a disaster. It just means it wasn't meant for me right now. And then I'm going to try something else. And I'm going to invest my energy in the next thing that kind of comes into my heart space. And, that's how we figure things out. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we expand, is by having experiences. So say yes to the experiences in your life. If you just wake up every single morning and all you do is the same thing every single day, the mind isn't challenged. The body isn't challenged. The spirit isn't challenged. And so then the mind looks for the things to pick on. The mind goes into overdrive and picks everything apart. There's always a story to tell. There's always a judgment to make. There's always all of these things, because that's the only variation that that part of your being can access, is by telling a new story about something, because you're not engaging in the changes that are necessary for you to grow and expand. So start looking for those opportunities. What's the stuff I can do? What are the things I can do different? What does my heart space want to do? Maybe I've been wanting to join a book club, or maybe I've been wanting to start a book club, or maybe I've been wanting to start socializing more. Also, another good thing for you to be thinking about right now before we move into this portal of energy is, what is your intention for this new year going to look like? Mine just happened to come upon me just because I was being receptive and being present. It's one of those things where I wasn't trying to find it. It just came, it found me, and I happened to be present enough to receive it. And it's one of those things, like, you'll just know it when you know it. You'll feel it in your heart space. So start thinking about your intention for the new year. Start thinking about the stuff that you don't want to take with you into this new energetic space. Start thinking about where you can be creating positive change. Am I having Groundhog Day, where I'm living my life the same day over and over and over, no variation? The same meals recycled after month after month. It's the little things. Create the variation, do something different, have experiences, rack up as many experiences as you can in this lifetime, in this manifestation, in this body, with the resources and people you have available to you right now. What's the stuff I want to do? Not a bucket list. It's not like I want to do this before I die. I want to do this now. What can I do right now that's different? What have I always wanted to do that I've just been putting off? I'm going to make that a priority. I'm going to make that happen, So start thinking about that stuff. Start being present with your body. Start being present with your heart space, your emotions. This is the time to be taking inventory, taking stock, taking a look, self-awareness, man. This is the time to be self-aware. What is going on inside of me? What is stirring inside of me right now? This energy that's moving around me, it's stirring my being. There's something being stirred inside of me. What is it? Nothing is too small. It may seem menial to you, but it's just because we're not used to valuing the little things, those little things that add up to be the big things. So just start writing it down in a journal. Start taking note of this stuff. Start paying attention to what's calling out to you. And as we're moving through this new energetic space, and like I said, if you're part of the all access, then Monday is going to be really special, because we're really going to celebrate that open portal and really feel into that shift that's being created for us. So really looking forward to that. And tonight we're just going to do a nice slow flow. It's not going to be too slow, but it'll be fun. We're going to push ourselves a little bit harder tonight, just to kind of open up some of that new space. You know, we're creating change, we're opening up, listening, being present in the body, and giving ourselves that opportunity to just communicate with ourselves and to communicate with the universe. So come into your comfortable, easy seat, finding your breath. Just become aware of your own consciousness, aware of your physical being, the vibration that you emit, and feel into that space fully and completely. Really drawing your attention away from all of those thoughts, all of the things that would draw your attention away, and be present. And taking the bridge from the physical body to the spirit through the breath. Remembering to fully expand through the belly. Allow that belly to rise up away from the body on the inhalation. And then exhaling and taking the navel towards the spine, fully releasing all of the stagnant oxygen out of the air, out of the lungs, excuse me. And drop the shoulders back and down so that you feel nice and relaxed in this easy seat posture. And just grounding into this safe space on your mat, sending the roots out from all of those points of contact from the body to the earth. Establishing your own space, your own vibration, honoring the fact that this is your time, this is your place. And then gently releasing those hands outside of those hips, just resting those fingertips into the earth. Take a couple more deep breaths here. Feeling your vibration becoming even stronger. That golden light within your own being, witnessing it radiating outward in every single direction, like a million rays of light. Inhale nice and slow, drawing those arms overhead. Feeling into that auric space, the quality of your own energy as you draw those. Reach through those fingertips like they're antenna, drawing all of the beauty, all of the abundance, all of the things that you have been striving for, all of the desires of the heart flowing through those fingertips, down the arms, and into the heart space, that universal well of abundance. Exhale really nice and slow. Drop those hands down towards the earth, grounding your energy all the way down. Feel that energy grounding, safe, secure. Two more times. Inhale up. matching the breath with the movement. Reach through those fingertips. Arms are nice and long, just like antenna, drawing that energy of the universe, divinity, directly into your being. Exhale. Release those arms and fingertips back down. Again, grounding your aura, securing your vibratory space, anchoring it into the earth. One more time. Inhale, arms come up. Reach through those fingertips, reaching them into the sky like you're reaching for the moon. Exhale, take the palms to touch and drop the prayer hands into the heart space. Tuck your thumbs into the heart, into the breastbone. Take a couple deep breaths. And then inhale. We're going to take our palms towards the front of the room. Biceps are in alignment with the earth. We're going to inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, twist to the right. That washing machine movement, loosening up that spine. Twisting those organs, detoxifying everything inside, all of those vital organs. Inhale back to the front. Exhale, release those fingertips into the earth. Inhale, beginning on the left side, swing the left arm across the front side of the body, reaching through those fingertips. Exhale, take it down, sweep the hand back across and allow those fingertips to find the earth. Take it to the opposite side, inhaling up. Make sure you're drawing that shoulder blade backwards so that that heart space is fully expressing itself. Exhale, release. Just continuing on at your own, inhaling up, exhaling down. Exhale, release those hands back down into the earth. Inhale deeply. Exhale, take the hands to rest on the knees. Drop the chin to the chest. And just beginning to take those gentle neck circles in whichever direction feels most comfortable and safe. Taking that rotation in the opposite direction whenever you're ready. Inhaling from the front to the back and exhaling from the back to the front. Inhale, lift the gaze back up towards the front of the room, coming back into that comfortable, easy seated posture. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hinging from those hips, and begin your Sufi grind. The same direction you began, those gentle neck circles. Next time you find yourself towards the front, take that rotation in the opposite direction. And then inhale, rise up, back into that easy seated posture. Take a couple deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then we're going to come into our tabletop position. So coming up onto those hands and knees, making sure that the shoulders are stacked on top of the wrists, hips are stacked on top of those knees. And we're going to come into our cat-cow stretches. But we're going to start by just dropping the belly, lifting the gaze and the tailbone, and holding that posture for a couple breaths. Exhale, we're going to round through the spine. Tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin to the chest. Just holding your posture for a couple deep breaths. Inhale, drop the belly towards the earth. Lift the gaze for your cow, and exhale, round through the spine for your cat. Just continue on, taking several more of these at your own pace, moving as fast or as slow as feels comfortable. And then come back into that tabletop position. We're going to shift the hips to the left side, drop the glutes back towards the heels, shifting the hips towards the right side. So we're going to make a circular motion with those hips. And the next time you find yourself towards the front of that rotation, take it in the opposite direction. Inhaling from the front to the back, exhaling from the back to the front, always matching the movement with the breath. And then coming back into your tabletop position. Take the knees out towards the edge of the mat. Press the glutes back towards the heels. Surrender the belly towards the earth. Third eye towards the mat. Reach those fingertips as far out towards the top of the mat as you can. And take those deep breaths, surrendering to those higher aspects of your own being. Relaxing into the natural flow, open to receive. Aware of your own being. Available to hear the intuition. Inhale, we're going to come back up into our tabletop position. Curl the toes under, hips come into the sky for your first downward facing dog posture of the night. Just pedal out those legs here if you need to. Drop the heels down towards the back wall, towards the earth. Pressing the chest towards the thighs, gazing towards the shin bones. Inhale, gazing towards the hands, stepping or floating towards the top of the mat. Hang in your forward fold. You can take those feet about hips width distance apart. You can take your hands, rest them on opposite arms, pinkies gently resting opposite elbows. Take a little movement here, or remaining in stillness and releasing those hands towards the earth. Just listen to your body. Remember to make it your practice, taking those movements that feel the most comfortable and safe, modifying when you need to. Really slow, with a lot of core strength and gentle ease, rolling up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, remembering there's no rush. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactusing out those arms. Inhale, reach the fingertips into the sky. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhaling, half lift. Crown of the head shine towards the front of the room. Exhale, release the fingertips into the earth and roll it up. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, cactusing out the arms. Inhale, draw the arms into the sky. Exhale, hinging forward from those hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release those hands and roll it up. Arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, draw those fingertips into the sky. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, drop those fingertips into the earth, roll it up. Take those arms overhead. Exhale, Samastahiti or Tadasana. Just listen to your body. Just collect your energy, feel into your own body. We're going to move into our sun salutations. So really building our energy, building that part of our being that perceives who and what we are. And let's just focus during those sun salutations on releasing the old identity of who and what we've been told that we were before we really had a chance to get to know the truth of our being. All of the stories, all of the programs, all of the stuff that other people have told us about who and what we are, all of the stuff that we have told ourselves about what we're not. We're going to release all of that stuff during these sun salutations. So offering up all of those old stereotypes, all of those old programs, all of those old belief systems. We're going to offer those things up to the sun. Anytime you're feeling that discomfort during this session of exercises, just visualize those things burning up that are no longer serving you. All of those old narratives, all of that stuff, all of the dogma. Just remembering that we're offering those things up so that they can be burned away, totally eradicated, so that we can get to know the very deep truth of our own being without all of those things suppressing that truth, suffocating it. Inhale, draw the arms overhead. Exhale, cactusing out those arms. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, hinging forward from those hips. Inhaling, half lift. Every movement is a prayer. Every movement is an offering to that higher part of your own being. Drop those hands into the earth. Step it back for your plank posture. Take that Chaturanga Dandasana on your next exhalation. Release the hips towards the earth. Keep the elbows tight towards the body. Inhale. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, curl the toes under, hips come into the sky. Downward dog. Inhale, stepping or floating towards the top of the mat, and inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fingertips come into the sky. Exhale, diving forward. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, drop those hands into the mat, step it back, plank posture, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step towards the hands. We're going to take 2 more of these at your own pace. Inhaling up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fingertips rise up. And exhale, sweeping that energy down. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale. Inhale, step it forward. One more time at your own pace. Matching your breath with your movement. Listening to your body. Take that last Chaturanga. And then meeting in that Samastihiti or Tadasana posture whenever you're ready. Every movement is an offering to your own being, to your own health, to your own wellness, emotional, physical, spiritual. A commitment to engaging in those things that draws you always towards the energy you want to experience more of. Being present right here on your mat, just for you, nobody else. This is for you. Taking those deep breaths. We're going to come into a couple balancing postures. We're going to start with our tree. So grounding through whichever foot feels most comfortable and safe to you tonight. I'm going to begin by grounding through my left leg. That just feels like where I need to go tonight for some reason. Take my hands into my heart space. Kickstand the opposite foot. Really open up through that hip by really pointing that knee towards that side wall. Really open up. Feel it open. Create space there. And then just take it to whatever depth feels safest and most comfortable. You can take it up into your calf. You can take it up into your thigh. You can take it into that lotus posture. Finding your drishti gaze at one point of still focus. Draw that knee back towards the front of the room and exhale, release that foot towards the earth and pedal it out so that we can take it to the opposite side. Grounding through the opposite leg, feeling those roots growing out from the bottom of that foot, and kickstand. Take it into your full expression of posture, whatever that looks like, and make sure that it's matching the opposite side. So whatever depth you took it to on the opposite side, we're going to take it to on this side too. And this one is being a little more challenging for me tonight. Never on the joint, never on the knee joint or the ankle joint. Oh, here we go. I don't know if I can go back in on this one tonight. I'll come up here. Draw the knee towards the front of the room. Release the foot into the earth on the exhalation. Next posture we're going to come into is our dancer's pose. It's called the dancer's pose because it's a joyful posture. This is like when you're happy, you dance. When you're happy, you sing. That dancer's posture is to elicit joy in our life experience. And it's a really beautiful posture. We can do it a couple different ways. So if you need the wall, then make sure you're close by the wall. But I'm going to show you the fullest expression first, and then I'll show you how we're going to use the wall if you need that modification. So we're going to inhale, draw those arms overhead. We're going to rotate our right arm forward 3 times, and then back 3 times. Tuck that elbow into the waist crease. Palm of the hand is facing into the sky. Thumb is pointing directly behind you. That left arm is reaching into the sky. Slowly and gently bending the knee of the right leg, grasping onto the inner ankle of that foot. Slowly and gently reaching and kicking with equal opposition. Reaching those fingertips forward, foot comes into the sky. Now, if you need the wall, we're going to place whichever hand you had. So we're starting on the right side, placing the left hand on the wall. Rotate the arm forward 3 times. Rotate it back 3 times. Bending through the right leg. Grasping onto that inner ankle, and then reaching those fingertips up the wall, stretching and opening up through the right leg as you kick that foot up. So whichever version of this posture feels safe to you, I'm sure you're going ahead and attempting it. So just continuing on. If you fall out, just come back in. Reaching and kicking with equal opposition. So we're not just dipping forward and lifting the leg. We're kicking and reaching forward with equal opposition. Take that foot down. We're going to take it to the opposite side. So if you need the wall, you're facing towards the wall, reaching the right hand up, rotating the arm forward and then backwards. Kick the foot up and lean forward. If you're doing it without that prop, reach those fingertips into the sky. Left arm rotates forward 3 times. Take it back. Tuck the elbow into the hip crease. Palm of the hand is in the sky. Reach back for that elevated foot. And then reaching and kicking with equal opposition. This is a trouble side for me tonight. Being near the wall helps if you start to fall over. Can I feel it before it happens when it's not coming in? I am not that yoga teacher that gets every posture, nails it every single time. That is just not me. So never feel bad when you have one of these days, because one day you're going to nail it every time and the next day it's just not going to happen. So come back into your standing posture. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, root that tailbone towards the earth. For your fierce pose, chair pose, make sure that the pelvis is tucked underneath your body, not pressed out with that duck butt. You're going to keep that pelvis pulled forward. Fingertips are reaching into the sky. Taking those long, deep breaths. Drop it a little bit lower here. On your next exhalation, drop those hands behind the back, clasp them. Inhale deeply and exhale. Release the chest towards the thighs. Crown of the head surrenders to the earth. Take those deep breaths. Inhale. Slowly and gently rising up. Drawing those arms overhead. Lifting up. Cactusing out through those arms. Inhale, fingertips reach into the sky. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release those hands into the earth. Drop those glutes down and lengthen those legs out in front of you. Sorry, you guys, I forgot to pull my hair up tonight, and I don't have any rubber bands handy. I'm just looking like the shaggy dog for y'all tonight. So those legs are nice and straight out in front of you. Take a couple deep breaths. Palms of the hands down towards the top of the hip crease. Keep the elbows in tight towards the body as you inhale deeply. Lengthening through the spine. Exhale, drop the fingers towards the ankles and feet. And just stopping wherever it is that you feel that nice deep stretch in the spine. Keeping the gaze forward. We're not hinging forward and folding in half. We're keeping the gaze forward, nice long straight spine. Inhale, rise up, drawing the palms of the hands back up towards the hip crease. We're going to bend those knees, soles of the feet into the earth. Arms come out in front of the body, framing those legs. Palms of the hands are facing towards each other. Inhale, lifting up through one leg, and then the other. This can be your fullest expression of boat pose or Navasana. You can lengthen through the legs. Welcome that shaking, that feeling of the nervous system resetting itself. Exhale, release the soles of the feet. Drop those fingertips down into the earth. We're going to come into cow pose here. So you're going to bend your left leg, sole of the foot is going to be parallel to the wall behind you. And you're going to cross your right leg on top of the left to where those knees are in alignment with each other towards the front of the room. Right foot parallel towards the back wall. So take that posture to the comfort level that you can. If it needs to be a little loose and more open and not exactly in alignment, then just do what you can, okay? We're going to reach around with our right hand behind our right glute. Left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. Thumb of the left hand comes into heart center. And you can gaze over the right shoulder if it feels safe on your neck. Really nice and slow. Release that left elbow away from the right knee. And back to the outside of the right hip. Take your hand and uncross the right leg from the left. Shake out your legs if you need to here before we take it to the opposite side. So this time the right leg is on the bottom. Left leg comes on top. Take a couple deep breaths once you've got those legs stacked. Left hand swings around behind the left glute. Right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. Thumb comes to heart center. Gazing over the left shoulder if it feels safe on your neck. And untwist that spine nice and slow. Right hand comes outside the right hip. Left hand comes outside the left. Pick up that leg. Remove it from the top. Lengthen through both and shake them out. Said we were going to push ourselves tonight. This one's going to end up being a little bit more gentle than I initially thought. So we're going to take your left leg and bend it in. Take the heel of the foot towards the groin. Then we're going to pick up our right leg. You're going to put the knee in the crook of your right arm. Left foot comes in the crook of the left arm, if that feels safe and comfortable to you. If that doesn't feel safe, you can just grab on to the bottom outside edge of your foot. Right hand can come around to the front of the shin of the right leg as that knee is just gently resting in the crook. So just listen to your body and whatever feels best to you tonight. We're just going to take some gentle movement here, rocking side to side. Close your eyes. Nurturing for and caring for yourself, just like you were rocking a baby. Nurturing and supporting your own being. Do so much for so many other people. Let's focus our energy on ourselves for a little bit. And then drop that left hand to the outer edge of that foot if it's not already there. We're just going to rotate through that hip joint. We're going to manually stir that leg around, opening up that hip in a circular motion. So we're going to go in one direction first, then we're going to take it in the opposite direction. And then we're just going to drop that leg into your lap. We're going to do a gentle massage on the sole of the foot with your hands. So just close the eyes here. Make sure the spine is nice and long and straight, and just with a circular motion, move those thumbs across the sole of your foot, at the ball of your foot, towards the arch and the heel, just making sure you get every single part of that foot. Pick up that leg, take it down into the earth. If you need to shake out your legs here, you can before we take it to the opposite side. This time, bend the right knee, take that heel in towards the groin. Picking up the right or the left leg this time. Just close those eyes and take that gentle movement side to side. How much love do you have for yourself? Offering yourself that compassion and acceptance, allowance to be exactly as you are. Take the left hand, or the right hand, take that outside edge of the left foot. Keep the knee in the crook of the left arm. Circular motion like you're stirring a pot. First in one direction and then in the other. Bend the knee, drop the leg into the lap so that the sole of the foot is shining upwards, and just take that gentle foot massage with those thumbs. Infusing that touch with so much love, so much support. Grace. Release that foot. Open up through those legs. Gently resting them at the top of the left leg towards the hip crease. Inhale, come long through the spine, and exhale, release those fingertips down towards that ankle and foot of the left leg. Take those deep breaths. Slowly and gently inhale and draw those hands back up towards the hip crease. Take it to the opposite side. Hands come to the top of the right thigh, just at the hip crease. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, drop the belly towards the thigh, releasing those fingertips towards the ankle and foot. Take those deep breaths. Inhale, rise up, draw the hands back up towards the hip crease, legs together. Really nice and slow, releasing that upper spine all the way down into the earth, vertebra by vertebra. Use your core strength to take you down. Keeping those hands grounded into the earth, palms face down. Or you can take those hands underneath the glutes here if you feel like you need that additional support in your lower spine, because we never want to press into pain or tingling or numbness. Always supporting that lower spine. But if you don't need that and you can just rest those hands outside of the legs, then that's totally okay. We're going to inhale, take the toes into the sky. Exhale, release those legs 6 inches. Inhale deeply. Exhale, 6 more inches, about halfway down. Inhale. Exhale, 6 inches. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release those heels so that they're hovering just over the earth. Inhale, take the toes back into the sky. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release 6 inches. Inhale deeply. Exhale, take it down 6 more inches. Inhale. Exhale, 6 more inches. Inhaling. Exhale, hovering just over the earth. And then inhaling and taking those legs back into the sky one more time. Inhale deeply. Exhale, 6 inches. Inhaling. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale. Exhale, 6 more inches. Inhale. Exhale. Oops, excuse me. 6 more inches, hovering just over the earth. And hold. Inhale deeply. Then exhale, slowly, slowly take those heels into the mat. Inhale, take those knees into the chest. And give yourself a squeeze. Roll on that spine a little bit if you need to here. Release any of that tension. And then holding on to just the right leg. Inhale, lifting up through the left. Exhale, nice and slow. Take it to the earth. Reaching out through the right arm. Left hand comes outside of the right leg. Pull it across. But keep those shoulders grounded into your mat. Gaze over the right shoulder or right fingertips if it feels safe on the neck. Close your eyes and just breathe into that posture. You can rotate through your elevated ankle or remain in stillness. Untwist the spine. Take the knees back into the chest. Holding on to your left leg. Inhale, lift up through the right. Exhale, really slow with grace and ease. Take it down. No rush. Reaching out through the left arm. Right hand comes to the outside of the left leg, pulling it across the body. Gazing over the left fingertips if it feels safe. And untwisting the spine, knees come back into the chest. Take a couple deep breaths. Grabbing onto the outside edges of those feet, finding that happy baby posture and taking some gentle movement. Or even taking any postures that you might need that we didn't cover during our practice today. Releasing those feet whenever you're ready to. Long through the body for your final Shavasana. Corpse, palms of the hands are face up into the sky or face down into the earth. Feet fall to the side. Finding your breath. Drawing your attention back inside. Winter solstice is the shortest day and the longest night. The night is when we come back to ourselves. The darkness gives us the ability to come back to the self, the awareness of our own being. It's when we turn inward away from the world. In the quiet, we have an opportunity to contemplate, be more aware of our dreams and visions. It's a time of deep clearing. It's also a time of rebirth and the dying of the old to make way for the new. So use the grit that you have within your own being, the strength that you have within your own being to end the cycles that are no longer serving you. Welcome the new beginnings. Inviting those energies of regrowth, rebirth, the journey into the light. What do you want in your new cycle? What do you want in this new space? Slowly and gently drawing yourself back to the physical body. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Taking any gentle movements that you might need. Fully draw yourself back into this time and space. Taking those gentle stretches, reaching the arms overhead, pointing the toes, full body stretch. Taking the knees back into the chest, rocking and rolling upright into a comfortable seated posture, so that we can finish our class tonight with 3 long Sat Nams, always finishing our class with that mantra, I am truth, truth is my name, truth is my identity. I am that I am. Drawing the thumbs into the heart space, hands in prayer pose, inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale to begin. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Namaste. I honor the beauty, the light, the authenticity that shines from each and every one of you. I'm so grateful for you joining me here tonight for this beautiful class, making our way into this new portal of existence, this new shift, this paradigm of energy that we're going to be experiencing here with this new winter solstice and the Great Convergence. So I really look forward to being with you guys on Monday for that really special experience. I think that's going to be super awesome. I'm so grateful for you guys showing up tonight, and I look forward to seeing you guys later. Have a great one.